Hey, Look YouTube, welcome back to a new video with Rams fan YT. In today's video, we are looking at the best winter transfers of the National League North and the National League South. So this one will be slightly longer than a normal one of these, but it's the last one in the mini-series, so may as well make the most of it, shall we? So let's go to AFC Filed with Harry Davis. He brings to their squad plenty of experience, leadership and quality. He's a solid centre-half and can also play with the ball at his feet. It's a big signing for them and I'm sure he will improve their squad on and off the pitch, no doubt. Throughout his career, Davis is noted as a centre-back and can also play as a right-back. He's established himself as a full-back at Crewe in the 2011-12 season when Dario Grady, under him anyhow, whereby he won the playoffs from League Two and the following season won the EFL Trophy. In 2017-18, he got promotion to the Scottish Premier League with St Mirren, and last season he won promotion with Morecambe into League One. AFC Telford United, Mace Goodrich. He spent junior football with Manchester City before becoming a Newcastle United trainee, but he progressed the most during his time at Burnley's academy. The midfielder spent time on loan at Barrow in their promotion campaign from the National League, and earlier this season he was with Chorley. He's got a lot of ability, shown great desire and work rate, which has resulted in him scoring 3 goals in 5 appearances for Telford, although that may have changed with some of the fixtures. Alfreton Town, Josh Askew. He's shown a great appetite to play for the club, and he showed a terrific attitude in going to play for Clitheroe to get his match sharpness up to speed, despite the fact he could have stayed on at Chester. He's a belting lad and someone that will give them fantastic balance. A left-sided player who has played for Blackburn Rovers under 23s, Ramsbottom, Salford City, Curzon Ashton, Boston United, Clitheroe and Chester. Bath City, David Sims Burgess. He's been playing really well for Yate recently and scoring goals. He's a fast, direct player who likes running at defenders and loves scoring goals. He can play any of the forward positions, but recently has been playing as a right forward, which he has enjoyed. He started at Filton College before going into men's football, and he started his senior career at Chipping Sodbury Town, where he spent 2 years and got promotion. He then went to Porton Rovers, who were in the league above at the time, and he was at Porton for a year when he got a move to Yate at the end of that season. He stayed at Yate for the year, after which they got promoted from the playoffs to the Southern League. He left Yate after promotion to go back to Porton for the following year. By the end of that season, he then went back to Yate to play in the Southern Premier, which was the start of this season. Billericay Town, Greg Halford. Halford has been praised for his versatility to the extent that he is referred to as a utility player. During his time at Colchester, he played primarily on the right-hand side of the midfield, though appeared in the centre of midfield as a right-back and a forward, where he scored 6 goals in 9 games. While at Forest, the Nottingham Post stated that during the 2012-13 season, Halford played in every position on the pitch for Forest, aside from actually taking the keeper's gloves. Going on to add that he did not look out of place, as either a fullback or even as a wide positions in midfield, with manager Billy Davis also installing Halford as a striker. Upon signing for Cardiff in 2017, manager Neil Warnock, who had managed Halford at Rotherham, commented that he played 5 or 6 positions in the previous season. Blythe Spartans, Josh Robson. Robson was originally from Bedlington and has been playing in Norway since 2018, but has been out of the club after leaving Bryn FK in January. The defender made 58 appearances for Sunderland's under 23s, joining the Black Cats when he was only 8 years old, before transferring to Notodden FK, also in Norway. Robson was nominated for the Premier League 2 Player of the Month award in January 2017, and was part of a side that reached the 2016-17 Premier League International Cup final. Experienced at the top level and featuring as an unused League Cup substitute, Robson has played against the likes of Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and Ousmane Dembele. Boston United, James Hansen. The former Bradford City man has spent over a decade in the Football League, 8 years of which were with the Bantams, before he most recently plied his trade for Grimsby Town. In his time at Valley Parade, Hansen was a member of a 2012-13 League Two promotion-winning squad, scoring at Wembley in the playoff final as Northampton Town were defeated 3-0. If we're being honest, James should still be playing really in League Two, but he now gives Boston some fantastic attacking options. It will certainly be a real handful of defenders to play against, and obviously it gives them a number of different ways which they can play. If they're going to try and get into the playoffs, which they are looking on track to do, then they probably do need to score more goals, as they only have a positive 2-goal difference. And fans will be hopeful James is someone who can come in and do just that. Brackley Town didn't sign anyone, so on to Bradford Park Avenue with George Sykes Kenworthy. Previously at Bradford City, Derby County and Boston United, George gives them options in goal alongside Johnny Saltmer. He's a good young lad with real potential, and an opportunity is there for him to go on and impress. Braintree Town, Dijon Noel Williams. Last season, the powerful striker played for Gloucester City, but has also played for the likes in the National League South with Slough Town, Wealdstone, Billericay Town, and Hemel Hempstead Town. He will give their team power and pace at the top end of the pitch. He likes to play on the shoulder, which is hard to find these days, and he knows where the goal is. He's also a Granada international, having made 5 appearances. Chelmsford City, Christian Frimpong. Christian comes with a bit of experience, and he seems like he's been around for a while, even though he's only 23 years old. He's obviously tasted success at this level with Braintree by playing a large number of games with them in their promotion-winning season. It just hasn't gone for him since then, though, due to injury circumstances. But he found his way back into the English football scene this season with Sudbury and had some good performances, notably in the FA Cup against Dartford, and then he did pretty well against Colchester, even though the score wasn't what they really wanted, but was probably more expected. He just gives them something that they haven't got in the centre of the park, and he can play at centre-back as well if they need him to. He's a versatile player for them, and he just gives them that bit of physicality and voice in the middle of the pitch. He's a real winner, and his attitude off the pitch is just as much appealing as his ability on it. He's a winner, and he'll help them grind out results. When he played in that Braintree side, he was very much of an enforcer and helped the team grind out results when they maybe weren't playing as well or in tough conditions. He'll certainly give them something different, which they haven't got in terms of that in the middle of the park. Chester, Steve McNulty. McNulty has been described as a commanding centre-back who is noted for his aerial ability. As a graduate of the Liverpool Academy, which preaches technical development, he primarily passes the ball along the ground, often beginning his team's attacking movements as a result. His first touch, calmness on the ball, and flair have also been praised. McNulty's leadership is also notable, and he captained the Liverpool's under-19s team and won promotions while captaining Barrow, Fleetwood Town, and Tranmere Rovers. His Luton teammate Alex Lacey has stated that McNulty is a real leader with strong communication skills, while John still credited him for improving the performances of the whole team. Chippenham Town, Jordan Young. Fans may know that Jordan is a Chippenham lad who was impressed during his loan spell with the club, having also netted several goals along the way. The former Coventry City midfielder spent time on loan with City last season. I can't tell you exactly which one that is, but he appeared in League One for Swindon Town, and he's an exciting young player with a bright future ahead of him who's got great character. I probably should have learned which city that was, to be fair. Chorley, Jack Sampson. He's been at Southport as well as Fylde for a while, building a reputation as as a big target man, and he knows a lot about this league now. So I feel he can hit the ground running in that sense, as he's been in this league since first joining Chorley in 2016-17. He'll also bring a competition for places, much needed. Concord Rangers, Louis Ramsey. Louis is a very strong, powerful, and talented right back who will help them get stronger in defence, really, and attacking wide as well. He last played for Rio Grande Valley. What am I with? It's Valley, not Ballet. That's something else. Who play in the USL Championship, but has played in this league with Billericay Town. He also played in the Isthmian League Premier Division with Hornchurch and at the National League level with Woking. He also appeared in the EFL Trophy with Leicester City and Norwich City. Curzon Ashton, Adam Barton. Barton started his career at Preston North End and spent the first 4 years of his career at the Lily Whites. During his time at P&E, he made his full international debut, earning his only cap for Northern Ireland in a friendly against Morocco. His career saw him continue to stay in the Football League with spells at Coventry City, Fleetwood Town and Portsmouth. The midfielder then made the move north of the border and ventured into the Scottish leagues. Time with both Partick Thistle and Dundee United saw him rack up almost 100 appearances in 3 years. His next 2 teams saw him move to Wales, with both Connors Quay Nomads on loan and eventually a permanent move at home, or permanent home really, permanent move at National League side Wrexham, so we say. His latest home was though at Farsley Celtic, in the same league as Curzon Ashton. Darlington, Jack Lawler, or Jake Lawler, whatever one you say. Jake is 30 and started his career as a youngster at Manchester United, before moving on to non-league football with Liversedge, Ossett Town and Harrogate Railway Athletic, before joining Guiseley in 2013. He had a brief loan spell at Fylde before he moved to Salford City in the summer of 2018, after making 210 appearances for Guiseley. He then moved to Wrexham in September 2018 and made 76 appearances for them, before switching to EFL side Harrogate Town in the summer of 2020. He made 21 appearances for them in the EFL League 2 before being released. Jake then joined Hartlepool but failed to gain a regular place in the side, and earlier this season he completed a month's loan at Bromley. Dartford, Calvin Lumumbo Kalala. He's a very good player on the ball, and he's one of those players that is difficult to get the ball from. He'll fit in with them very nicely, I think. He's been pretty global in his travels, or maybe European if you want to be more Pacific, as he started his, or specific, I keep saying that. He started his career with Serie D side Jolly Montemerlo, then Carpi, of the Serie B fame, and 2 loan spells with Savona in Serie D. He then went to League 2 with Cheltenham Town before entering non-league with Torquay United. Then in the National League South at the time, but he gained promotion that season. In July 2021, he went on trial with German club Zwickau, but signed for French 5th-tier side Entente Figuiniers Alnoy. The last club he was at was Grantham Town. Dorking Wanderers, Darren Oladaker. Oladaker made 33 appearances for the Gills during his spell at the Medway club, scoring 5 goals in the time. He's also played for other South East clubs such as Hythe Town, Billericay Town, Westfield and Welling United. Dulwich Hamlet, Luca Levy. The 24-year-old, who was born in Kingston, was called up to the Jamaica squad last year and made his debut against the USA in March 2021. He has also featured for Reggae Boys at youth level, including at under-17s, under-20s and under-23s at the Pan American Games in Peru. Levy began his career at Jamaican side Real Mona before moving to Spain. There he spent 3 years at Valencia and several other youth academies in the Valencia area. He returned to North America where he played at high school level in Massachusetts. He then went to the University of Maryland and made a total of 12 appearances for the university soccer team, the Terrapins. Levy signed for Harbour View in 2019, who compete in the top flight of the Jamaican National Premier League. Eastbourne Borough, Trent Mahorn. The QPR Academy product strengthens the team, and following a spell with Arsenal as a young schoolboy, Trent has come up through the ranks at Loftus Road, and he was the captain of Rangers under-18 side before progressing to be part of the under-23 squad, and he is a talented youngster to say the least. Ebbsfleet United, Shaq Coulthirst. The 27-year-old has a wealth of experience at EFL and National League level, having spent several years in the Tottenham Hotspur Academy. Culthurst played almost 100 games for Barnet in League Two and the National League, scoring against Sheffield United and Brentford in both the third and fourth rounds of the FA Cup for the Bees in their historic run of the 2018-19 season. Having signed his first professional contract with Spurs in 2013 and played for the club in the Europa League, Culthurst featured for Leyton Orient, Torquay United, Southend United, York City and Wigan Athletic, all on loan. In 2016 he signed a 3-year deal with Peterborough United, who paid an undisclosed fee for his services, and has also since played for Mansfield Town and Boreham Wood. The strikers recently played a part in Billericay's revival, having joined them on a short-term basis in November. And it's little surprise that they've slumped back down once he left. Culthurst has also played at England's under-19s level, appearing twice and scoring against Scotland. Lastly, Celtic, Lewis Butroyd. The 23-year-old left-back came through the ranks at Scunthorpe United, where he made 30 competitive appearances, before he joined his hometown club at Gainsborough Trinity in the summer. Butroyd then made the move to Worksop Town in January. He's also spent time at this level with Spennymoor and Hereford before getting to Wembley in the FA Trophy with the latter. As a fullback, he plays as a defender first, and when it's on, he does like to join in and get forward. His delivery when he gets into attacking positions is something he's worked on a lot, so crossing has become a good attribute of his when getting forward, as has his set-piece ability or set-piece delivery. He's got a great left foot and he's a really fit guy, not in the sexual sense in terms of athleticism, who can get up and down. He can play left back, left wing back, and also left centre half in a free, so he's a very versatile player. He's a good sort who could be playing in the lower football leagues, and he's going to bring to the group endeavour, commitment, and quality. Gateshead, Tailored Charters. Midfielder Charters, who has made 36 first-team appearances after coming through the Blues Academy, which I'm pretty certain that Blues is, I think, Carlisle United. He had a spell on loan with Workington in 2019. Gloucester City, Matt Green. The Bath-born forward came through Bristol City's academy before making his senior bow for Newport County, where he made 56 league appearances. Green joined Championship side Cardiff City in January 2007 and went on to gain more league experience with loan spells at Darlington and Oxford before returning to the Southwest at Torquay United in the conference. Greenwood returned to Oxford United, initially on loan, playing 38 games, before turning the move a permanent one, where he made a further 17 appearances. He spent the last half of the 2010-11 season on loan to League Two side Cheltenham Town, but then joined conference side Mansfield Town in July 2011. He made 87 league appearances for Mansfield, scoring 54 goals on the way, a record that earned a return to the Championship with Birmingham City before an injury cut his spell in the Midlands short. He returned to action with Mansfield Town, where he was almost an ever-present for 2 seasons. He has had spells at Lincoln City, with whom he won the EFL Trophy, Salford City and Grimsby Town, before joining Linfield in the Irish League. Therefore, Matt can come in to give them some more experience up top, and to score goals. He's done that all his career and will do that for them in this league. Matt has experience playing in the Championship and he'll be a valuable asset to this football club. Guiseley, Sean Touton. The 30-year-old striker was recently with Alfreton Town, and Sean has played at FC Halifax Town and also has the names amongst his ranks of Barnsley, Grimsby, Barrow, Spennymoor Town, Boston United, and Chester amongst his former clubs. The experienced forward, born in Sheffield, adds another option to the Lions' front line. Hampton and Richmond Borough, Shane Dunn. Irishman Shane Dunn also is another signing from Irish outfit Wexford, with which he won the League of Ireland First Division, gaining promotion to the top tier. It looks like the island market's being used quite a lot this January transfer window, more so than usual. The 28-year-old midfielder has also previously had spells at Athlone Town and Drogheda United. He's also spent 2 years with Goulburn Valley Suns, but he's also had English football experience with Woking. Havant to Waterlooville, Manny Dooku. He's a great lad who scored a lot of goals over his career at 73 goals in 232 appearances, and that is due to his determination to take chances. He's 29 years old, so he's not a young lad finding his way anymore, and he had a terrific season in 2017-18 when he scored a club record of 39 goals in 50 appearances, of which 33 were in the league when he played for Hazen Yeading. He's also had experience in the Football League with Cheltenham Town. Manny is very humble and very athletic, not that then things are mutually exclusive from each other, of course. He started his career in 2015-16 in the Southern League Premier Division with Cheshire, and his performances earned him a place with National League South outfit Hemel Hempstead Town. But towards the end of that campaign, he dropped down 2 levels to join Kings Langley, helping them to promotion. Midway through the Southern League Premier Division campaign, he switched to league opponents Banbury United. However, start of the 2017-18 season, he stepped down a level to Hazen Yeading, where, as previously stated, he did extremely well, earning him a place at Cheltenham Town. He struggled to adjust though, so was loaned out to 2 National League clubs of Barnet and FC Halifax Town. At the start of the 2019-20 campaign, he left the Robins for Torquay United, but left mid-season for the Southern League side Hazen Yeading United for a second spell. COVID-19 unfortunately cancelled much of a non-league campaign during the next season, so he went north of the border to Scottish Championship side Raith Rovers, before at the start of this season moving to Inverness Caledonian Thistle. Hemel Hempstead Town, Jacques Maghoma. Maghoma arrives after over 375 EFL games for the likes of Birmingham City, Sheffield Wednesday and Burton Albion. The 33-year-old is a former Democratic Republic of Congo international and arrives after a spell in the Indian Super League and also with Spalding United. Hereford, Dinesh Gilela. The 22-year-old was released by Bournemouth in the summer, where he captained their under-21 side. The right-back has had loan spells with Aldershot and Billericay Town, whilst at the Championship side. More recently, Gilela has been playing for Hazen Yeading United and Lewes. He's an athletic player, he's aggressive, but he's a tidy player. He likes to keep the ball and keep the ball moving. He's tried to attack as much as possible and get forward as much as he can. Obviously, he's a right back or right wing back, but he tries to get forward and just try and help his team. Hungerford Town, Max Sheaf. He had an excellent spell during the 2019-20 season in Cheltenham's good run in the league. He gives them a great options for a few positions, really, and he is a good young player who will bring energy, good character, and desire to learn. His brother Ben Sheaf currently plays for Coventry City and is doing really well by all things considering. So if he can emulate anything like what his brother has, then Hungerford will be an absolute steal, really, with this player. because he's made one championship appearance actually with Hull City when he played against Bristol City. He had a spell though in League Two with Cheltenham and National League side Torquay United. Kettering Town, Liam Daly or Darley. The experienced central defender Liam Darley came from Nuneaton Borough, and Liam is well known in non-league football, having played for Stourbridge, Barnet, Kidderminster Harriers, Solihull Moors, and Halesowen Town. He also had short spells at Redditch United, Corby Town, Evesham United, and Romulus. Kidderminster Harriers, Devonta Redmond. The midfielder began his career with Manchester United, gaining experience with Scunthorpe United on loan before a move to Salford City in 2019, a spell that featured promotion to the EFL via the playoffs. That summer he moved to Wrexham, where he's been since. Having struggled for regular first-team football at the racecourse, he's obviously now decided to go with the Harriers. And I think he'll complement their side massively. Leamington haven't made a signing, so on to Maidstone United of George Fowler. The 24-year-old has made 81 appearances for the Shots since joining on loan in August 2017 and was voted the club's Player of the Month for December 2017. Fowler, who can play either at centre-back or in central midfield, made his senior debut in Ipswich Town's Carabao Cup tie against Crystal Palace last year, having signed his first professional contract in April 2016. Born in Chelmsford, Fowler had featured for Ipswich Town's under-21 side, aged just 15 years old. He made 5 appearances on loan for the Stones in the first part of this season, so they sort of know what he's about already. Oxford City, Gatlin O'Donker. The teenager became the U's youngest ever player back in December 2020 at the age of 16 years and 55 days, when he came on as a substitute in United's Papa John's Trophy tie with Forest Green Rovers, scoring the first penalty in a 4-1 win in a penalty shootout. Slough Town, Curtis Cumberbatch. Having previously impressed at Harrow Borough, Curtis had his best campaign in the 2018-19 season, when he scored 14 goals for midfield for Farnborough, and this form earned him a move to National League side Dover Athletic. He spent the next 2 seasons there, making 25 appearances across the 2 COVID-hit campaigns, before joining Billericay Town at the start of this season. Southport, Liam Edwards. Edwards is a centre-back who was also the Trotters under-23's captain. Born in Crewe, he joined Bolton in July 2017, signing a professional contract with a Championship club in June 2018, whilst making appearances in the Premier League 2 format, as well as the EFL Trophy. The defender, who can also play on the right, spent time in the youth teams at Stoke City before making the move to Bolton. Liam is confident on the ball, can play out from the back, and has leadership qualities. He's also spent the 2018-19 season on loan with Southport, making 22 appearances. So it'll be a bit of a familiar ace for the, I think it's the, I can't remember what his name is, but we'll just say a team on the West Coast, just for Liverpool. Spennymoor Town, Jordan Fewlis. The 29-year-old striker has enjoyed a prolific career at the likes of Boston United and Harrogate Town, and brings a wealth of experience and quality to the squad. He has proven himself as a clinical National League North goal scorer, and he's a real coup for them, who could walk almost into any team in this league. The forward progressed through the Scunthorpe United Academy before signing a professional contract with the club in 2011. He had 2 spells with Harrogate Town and spent a season at Gainsborough before netting 22 goals in 53 matches for Boston United. That's an average of 2.4 goals per game. Well, in one of the seasons it was anyhow. I don't think that math is quite right if it was for both of them. St Albans City, Joe Neal. Joe makes the switch from Southern League Central Division side Biggleswade Town, where he has scored 11 goals so far this season for the Waders. Neal is a product of a Cambridge United academy system, originally spotted at just 6 years old. He played his way through the age groups, going on to sign his first pro deal in 2019. He made his senior debut out on loan for Royston Town, where it didn't take him long to start firing, scoring in his home debut. Joe went on to short loan spells at Needham Market and St Neots Town, before heading out to Biggleswade in 2020. Here he made an instant impression, scoring 5 times in 8 games before the season was cut short due to the COVID pandemic. On returning to Cambridge United, having made just one senior appearance for the club in November 2020. The 5'9" lad can receive the ball to feet, but he likes to run in behind as well. Oh. Sorry about that. He's also happy dropping in deeper to get on the ball and provide link-up play. Tunbridge Angels' Adam Coombs. His youth footballing days were largely spent at the prestigious Chelsea Academy, representing both the under-16s and under-18s. During this time, he also represented England at under-16 and under-17 levels. Following some injury issues, he enjoyed spells at Sutton United, Yeovil Town, Notts County, Bromley and Welling United, at which club he excelled, scoring a sequence of 29 goals in 24 matches. He was to have 3 separate spells with the Wings, but between those he also represented Billericay Town, where he scored 12 goals in 26 appearances. He joined Cray Wanderers at the start of this season and had hit the back of the net 3 times in 14 appearances before his departure to Longmead. So, as you can tell by these stats, he is therefore a proven goal scorer. Welling United, Tom Derry. Tom is a much-travelled striker who got his first taste of non-league football while on loan from Gillingham at Chelmsford City and then Eastbourne Borough. He then signed for Aldershot Town before moving to Dulwich Hamlet and then Hazen Yeading United. Moves to Kingstonian and East Thurrock United followed before a return to Hayes. This time he had spells at fellow National League South sides, or this season rather, he has had spells at fellow National League South sides Slough Town and Braintree Town before signing for Welling in December 2021. The final one for today is York City with Maxim Koogan. I don't know how you pronounce that. He sounds like Hogan. It's sort of an Irish name, isn't it? So, the 24-year-old centre-half, who came through the ranks at Irish side UCD, has previously played for Warrenpoint, Waterford, Harrogate Town and Wealdstone. He also featured in UCD's Europa League qualifying campaign in 2015-16 and has made just under 150 senior appearances so far in his professional career. His pace is an attribute, though, he can bring to the side. So thank you very much for watching. Please let me know if you agree with these in the comment section down below. And please subscribe, obviously, if you are new around here. It took me a lot of hard work to find out about all these football players of a league I'm not really too knowledgeable about. On Monday, I've got a history of your club with Plymouth Argyle. I might do a video on Thursday and then post it Friday, depends how I'm feeling. Might not. I'm going to Newcastle on the next weekend of an offer holder day, so that's obviously quite important. But goodbye for now.